First, we're going to talk about you and your fancy
so
spacesuit. Wait a minute.
Where are we?
Wait, are we rolling yet?
Yeah, we've been rolling.
So where are we?
We're at the Johnson Space Center.
And we have this big green screen behind us, but
They're going to fill it in with
they're going to
something.
fill it and make it look like we're really on space station.
Really?
Yeah.
So you should be floating around.
Yeah, so we need to be floating around. But more important, why am I dressed like this?
Why are you dressed like
am I the repairman or something, or why do I have this?
We have something that needs fixing here? No.
You know,
You're dressed like that because what are you going to do after we film this little
as
episode
soon as
here?
we're done filming this, I jet off to Ellington Airfield where I'm going to do my spaceflight readiness training.
Which means you're going to fly in an airplane.
T-38.
T-38. And you're not going to do it alone, are you?
No, you need two people in these days because
Well, we need two people.
because we need to have a real pilot fly
We need
with us, right?
Right.
But the purpose of the T-38s is to complement our simulator training, because we'll be in a simulator, we'll be flying, we'll be sweating and all of that, and we crash and burn, and then you put a quarter in the slot and hit reset and everybody's alive and you can fly it all over again. But you can't do that in a T-38 because it's for real.
It's a real thing. So what are you going to do today? So that's why you dress like this.
Yes.
So you have, this is kind of interesting the way you're dressed. You have a blue flight suit on, which is kind of like a regular military flight suit, except it's blue.
That's right.
And it's made out of what material?
Nomax. It's a fire
Nomax.
retardant material.
And that's the same stuff that like firemen wear.
It is.
So the idea is if you have a bad day and something starts burning.
I mean, you have a lot of fuel, jet fuel with you, and jet fuel burns, and so it's good to have something that's at least a little bit fire retardant.
Right, so this will hopefully help
And
you.
then you got your gloves.
Gloves, which
then
also have Nomex on them.
Yeah, and then I got my, this is really important.
Right.
These are what?
This is your, this is Don's checklist.
But they're emergency procedures,
checklist.
like uncommanded abrupt pitch up, flaps extended. And this is a bold face, which means you got to know it by heart. It says control stick, full forward to arrest pitch rate. Throttles, max, that means you light the burners. Flaps, 60%. And then landing gear up when the appropriate speed.
Tell us the difference between a bold face and something that's not bold face is bold face you have to have committed to memory.
Yeah.
Because you don't have any time to get into the checklist and read it. It's stuff like a fire or
fire.
an engine problem that's really bad.
Yeah,
You know,
and then you got these
things
things in-op component table. What happens if you lose the DC bus?
Well, you gotta look.
Okay, you got a list of all of this stuff.
That's a direct current electrical bus, so there's stuff that's on direct current,
Yeah.
and if you lose that, you're gonna lose a bunch of equipment.
Yeah, and what happens?
And some of it's bad, and some of it's not so bad.
Yeah, and say you have AC, you got 3-phase, 400 cycle AC and aircraft systems, and you've got the left system and the right system. If you lose the right system, it has a list of all this stuff that you lose, and you lose your oil pressure indication. The engine anti-ice comes on automatically, and you lose.
Which is a good thing.
Well, but you lose 6% thrust. So now if you're in a situation where, say, you're single engine, and say single engine, right engine goes down, you don't get a crossover. Now you're running on one engine, and all of a sudden, bang, you lose 6% of your thrust all at the same time. So you need to know these things. And so I've got my emergency procedures here. And then what else do I have? Oh, I've got my pocket tool. So you never know when you might need to have your pocket tool to fix something either in or out or whatever.
You never know. All right.
So anyway, you got all this stuff.
And then you got the American flag on. Come on, it's easy.
Okay.
What could you bring if you could bring anything you'd want to bring?
Come
on.
I'd bring you.
No, that's not a metal detector.
No, this
metal detector would be cool.
This.
You could find stuff floating around there like that wouldn't work so
but it's
well.
all made out of metal.
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
Yeah,
Metal detector wouldn't be a good idea. You couldn't find like Dan Burbank's old watch that he left on space station.
No, but I bring a detector of electric charge, static charge. So
what would that do?
like you brush your hair or something, or you charge up your knitting needle or whatever, and you can measure the magnitude and direction of the charge. And I think high levels of radiation tends to deplete static charge.
Wow.
So you might have something like your knitting